We know where the problem is. We're not making this stuff up. We're not making this stuff up. This is real stuff. Next question.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
I appreciate what you said. I wish you'd stay because I'm gonna piggyback.
No.
Saying is there are just as many good kids in our community as bad kids. And I don't really think kids are bad. I think they are a direct reflection of what is happening in our community. So I just want to bring that to people's attention. When we look at our children, we have to remember that we were once children, and they are products of their environment. Yes, ma'am. So we did an example when I was in elementary school where we took the white carnation and we dyed the water blue. How many of y'all did that in school? Nobody? Well, what you do is you put the fresh cut flour into the water. You add the dye. Over time, the carnation turns the color of the water, right? So if you put blue dye in the water and the carnation is white, it eventually turns blue. So what I'm saying is we have to take control, not necessarily like black people need to just do this and this is just about black men and black. Our community is made up of all these different kind of people. We contribute to the environment. I do believe that our children are a reflection. We must not allow the media or even other people to demonize our children because they internalize that. So if you treat me like a beast, I will become a beast. And if you treat me like I'm not human and I'm not divine and that I'm not a brilliant person, then I will never be human, divine, and brilliant. And I just want us to take a minute and just think about it. The average age in this room is about 50, right? Ain't nobody in here having no babies. You know, and if we, you know, this is a church. But the reality is we have to understand that there are some really good parents in our community. There are really some great kids in our community. There are young entrepreneurs, and we need to put more attention on that. There are good Boy Scouts. There are boys in the OK program. There are YP kids that are doing stuff, and we need to concentrate on that more. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't disagree with a lot of these statistics, but who makes the statistics? Ask us, the people that work with the kids in a positive environment too. Don't just ask the police that lock them up. Sometimes we don't even call. We handle it first because we believe in nonviolence as a way to correct our children. So I'm going to say that and I'm going to sit down.
All right. And these young black males are in this cycle of violence to where that's how they act out and do these things. And then you take the education system. And many of them are the first to fall out of that. And we've done several programs, both in my past agency and here. And one of the things about our youth, particularly where we have our school resource officers, a lot of times when we see behavioral problems with young men, it's because of that cocktail of stuff that they're dealing with. Well, in the classroom, when that young male is asked to go to the board to read or to do math, and some of you who've worked in education, that's when the males begin to act out. And it's not that they're bad kids. Some of them are bad, and some kids are just bad. But what they're doing is they're signaling that they don't want to let the rest of the room know that they can't read. So rather than be seen as dumb, is the word that they would use, the young people, I would rather be known as rambunctious or that I was acting up. So they'll do things to get themselves kicked out of class. So now you have no education, no job skill, and you're out here and you're going to have to eat because I'm 17 and I've got 2 or 3 kids already. So then they have to make some kind of amends for themselves to be able to survive. And many times the place that they turn is the streets.